Good morning, Meshach. Thank you. So, Andrew, that intro was just of
This is weird.
Meshach trying to jumpstart my car because you did what?
So I was thinking about this, and I used it a few mornings ago, but the lights were on. But I used it in the morning after 9 a.m., which means I wouldn't have used the lights when the sun was up.
Let's talk about that. Would you have, how many hours of sleep were you on?
Not many.
How many?
2. Why, might you ask, would the lights be left on that morning? The battery had all night to charge because we had the motor running from something like 10 till 6 in the morning.
And why were we doing that?
More on that soon.
All right, so where we left off, we were leaving the car running from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m.
Right, let's explain how we got there.
Let's explain how we got
All right,
there.
so I'm coming back from a job, and I'm going to meet Henry in the bioreserve. I drive back into the bioreserve, and I can't park in the normal parking spots because I have my truck and trailer with me, and it doesn't fit. So I bring it back to where the facilities dumps brush, which is safe, and they ask me to leave the keys in there because they sometimes would need to move it. I leave the keys in there, I go find Henry, and then the storm clouds start rolling in, so we decide to call it a day and we go back to the truck. I'd been gone 20 minutes, and by the time I get back, keys are gone and everything else is untouched, which is bizarre. So Henry and I go and talk to the fizz plant facilities guys, and they say they didn't touch them, they didn't find anything, nothing. We call the campus security, nobody turns them in, nothing. We retrace our steps and nothing. And just as we're about to leave, we're driving out and we see a sheriff parked in the parking lot, and we're like, okay, well maybe somebody gave them to them because they're not familiar with Denison resources, and you know. So they come out and they tell me that they need to talk to Granville PD, and Granville PD comes out and they bring a canine with them and unleash the canine and try to sniff out the keys. Could not find them, so they said that, you know, if they didn't find them, they're not out there. And now I understand what white privilege means. Should you leave that in? Well, at that point, I looked around in the truck some more. They really weren't there. And I noticed that one article was missing, my jump starter. This is a new one, but it was missing, which means that somebody had rummaged around there and taken my keys. And if they'd taken my keys, that means that they might be coming back to take the rest. And I had no spare. And I'd lost the keys to the trailer in the back, I'd lost the keys to the machine in the back of the trailer, and I'd lost the keys to the truck and everything. So campus security put a boot on the car, and I pulled the battery cable, so at least would make it harder to steal, but certainly not that difficult. And we eventually decided that we would just camp the night out right next to it with Sam. And we did, starting from about 10 to 6, and at about 3 a.m. there was an odd group of fellas that came by, saw us, turned around and left. And we didn't really see anyone else, but we think maybe, just maybe, that those were the guys that borrowed the keys. And because I forgot, presumably we left the lights on when we parked the car at 6 a.m. and I didn't turn them off when I borrowed the car again at 9 a.m. to meet the locksmith to make a new set of keys. All right, Meshach, we'll see you on Monday.